Well, guys, welcome back to HIP2B2, your favorite math, science, and technology show. Now, we've got Erin, our resident mad scientist, to show us an experiment.
Okay, well,
Erin, what have you got for us today?
Today's experiment is not that mad. It's actually quite simple, and it's applicable to absolutely, well, most things electrical in your life at the moment. Today we're going to be talking a little bit about circuits, which is, pretty basic in electrics and that kind of physics.
Right.
First thing I need to explain to you is what volts are and what amps are. Voltage is the force pushing the electrons through the circuit. So for example, if I had to push Mac and someone had to measure how hard I pushed him, that would be like the volts, and that is the battery that actually pushes out the electrons from the battery all the way through the circuit. Right, that's volts.
Okay.
You got that down?
Are those volts?
You got that down.
Okay.
Now, obviously, the volts need to flow somewhere, or the electrons rather need to flow through the circuit. Now, if I were to push Mac and someone measured how fast he moved, that would be measuring the flow, like Mac's flow, and that's what the electrons do. So that is your current, and that's measured in amps.
Oh, that's measured in amps?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so now you've got a series and a parallel circuit. Those are the two basic circuits that you get.
Okay.
Series is just like one continuous loop. So to make a series circuit, what you need is a battery. You need some crocodile clips, some wire, as well as a little light bulb. Now a circuit must consist of two components. So your battery is component number one, and because your light bulb is resistant, it tries to stop the current or slow it down a little bit.
Okay.
It's a resistor, so it's component number two. So now we plug this in like such, and the little light goes on. Now we have a series circuit because the current is basically flowing through, and you can see our little light glows. Now, an example of a series circuit are things like, you remember the old school Christmas lights?
Yeah.
If the one light blew, then the whole thing
connection,
wouldn't work.
yeah.
Exactly. Other things that are a series circuit are basic electrics, like when you plug your kettle into the wall and it goes on and it boils, that is a series circuit.
connection.
As soon as you take the plug out, it's going to stop.
Yeah.
Okay. Now for parallel. Your entire house is actually wired in parallel. It's one big parallel circuit, and how this works is, I'm going to show you now. We take this little light, so we've got a second light now, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect it to the one we've already got. So now you can guess, is this light going to go brighter or dull, or are both lights about to go dull? Well, the truth of the matter is, they're going to glow with the same intensity.
Wow.
And that's because in parallel, your voltage stays the same, but if we had to measure the current here, and we had to measure the current here, the current in this little light bulb in my right hand would be lower than the one in my left hand because it has to travel so much further to get there, which reduces the current. And that, my friend, is basic circuits.
Wow.
And you never thought it would be so applicable, did you?
Not at all. So in a torch, what would you use?
Torch is actually a basic series circuit, but like I said, parallel is most commonly found in a house. But imagine if you wanted to build a house, what career would you need for that? Well, of course, you've got a career guidance to help you.
Check it out, guys.